Range Ronin has something to share. Let's watch.
The Ruger SR series was a line of semi-automatic pistols manufactured by Sturm Ruger & Company. At 1.18-inch thick through the grip, it was touted by Ruger as one of the thinnest double-stack pistols available. The SR series had been marketed as a backup concealment weapon for law enforcement as well as for civilian concealed carry. It's the Range Ronin here, and I happen to have a Ruger SR9 compact for review. Stay tuned, and I will tell you all about it. This channel fully endorses the safe operation of firearms and that firearms must be handled responsibly at all times. Any firearm used for this presentation has been checked and rechecked to ensure safe manipulation of the firearm during any video production. The Ruger SR9c started to ship in January of 2010, according to Ruger. The SR9c is lighter and dimensionally smaller compared to the SR9, but it has the same grip width measured across safety levers as the full-size SR9. The Ruger SR9c was chosen as the Shooting Industry Academy of Excellence Handgun of the Year in 2010. In 2017, 12 years after its introduction, Ruger discontinued the SR series of handguns. This was presumably because Ruger wanted to focus on the higher-end Ruger American pistol and the cheaper Ruger Security 9, introduced in that same year. Before I dive into the full features of this Ruger SR9c, let me begin this journey with the basic specifications. It is worth noting that on April 9, 2008, Ruger recalled the SR9 model because, under certain conditions, it can fire if dropped with the manual safety off and a round in the chamber. This condition could occur in pistols manufactured from October 2007 to April 2008. Ruger designed a new trigger group which corrects this issue. It includes, among other things, adding a pivoting inner blade to the trigger itself, similar to that of the Glock pistol. The blade must be pressed to allow the trigger to be pulled, and it also serves as an over-travel stop. Ruger also redesigned the magazine release, magazine disconnect and disconnect spring, and the striker blocker and striker blocker spring. Ruger announced that, beginning in mid-May 2008, they would retrofit SR9 pistols having a serial number below 330-30000 with the new parts, and include a spare magazine free of charge, which affected approximately 11,000 pistols. SR9 pistols with serial numbers of 330-30000 and higher were manufactured with the safety enhancements and are not subject to the recall. Ruger began shipping recall boxes to customers in July 2008. Some of the early SR9 pistols had a different magazine latch and were upgraded to the new style, allowing the use of early and later SR9 magazines. The SR9c under review was manufactured with the safety enhancements and was not subject to the recall. Now, let's get into the full features of the SR9c. The Ruger SR9c features both front and rear slide serrations to assist the user in manipulating the slide with multiple grip choices. The extractor is of the external type and does its job quite well at extracting spent cases from the barrel's chamber. A pop-up indicator just behind the ejection port provides visual and tactile indication of a loaded chamber. Just to the rear of that pop-up loaded chamber indicator is a ramped 2-dot rear sight that is screw adjustable for elevation and drift adjustable for windage. The 2 white dots of the rear sight are small in comparison to the larger white dot front sight. However, the 3-dot factory sights offers a very intuitive sighting system that remains visible in low light conditions. The rear of the slide incorporates a Springfield Armory-like cocked condition indicator that, when visible, indicates that the pistol is in a cocked condition. The polymer frame offers effective grip texturing that isn't abrasive when carrying concealed, while also offering a unique and small rear of the grip adapter that is either flat or arched, and which can be exchanged easily to suit the operator's preference. The front of the frame incorporates a very small single-point mounting system for accessories. The trigger guard is nicely rounded and undercut at the rear to accommodate the highest hold on the grip as possible, while providing slide bite protection with an aggressive frame extension at the rear. The trigger incorporates a safety lever that must be pressed for the trigger to clear the frame, just like on many other striker-fired pistols. With the exception of the slide lock, the thumb safety and magazine release controls are ambidextrous, which makes the pistol controls easy to operate from both sides. The thumb safety is small, but it is easy to manipulate into either the up safe or down fire position. With the thumb safety in the up safe condition, the action is effectively locked. Magazine release and lockup is very positive. Due to the heavy spring tension, accidentally releasing a magazine during live fire would be a rare occurrence. I found that I could use the trigger finger, middle finger, or thumb of the shooting hand to release a magazine without difficulty, and, surprisingly, with only a slight shift of my grip on the pistol. The grip's length is short. If a magazine without a finger extension is used, the little finger will hang off of the grip. Ruger, however, provided a magazine extension that takes care of hanging pinky fingers, and which is easily installed and removed, and which helps with keeping a full grip on the pistol. Although the magazine well is not beveled, the steel magazines are sloped at the top to provide easy insertion into the pistol. It should be noted that SR9c will accept longer SR9 17-round magazines of the same caliber. Magazine sleeves for the longer 17-round magazines are available through third-party magazine vendors. Of particular importance to handgun operators is the trigger characteristics. Trigger pull weight came in at 4 pounds, 6.8 ounces, with a 5-pull average, which is comparable to triggers of this type. The SR series pistol also is equipped with an internal striker blocker that prevents the striker from contacting the primer of a cartridge in the chamber until the trigger is pulled. Along with the trigger safety that blocks the trigger bar movement until the trigger is pulled, an internal trigger bar interlock prevents the trigger bar from moving down to release the striker until it is moved back by trigger movement. The trigger pull feel is reminiscent of a Springfield Armory XD series trigger, in that it is soft throughout the pull but has a quick and sharp let-off when the striker is released. Trigger reset is somewhat long, but should be acceptable, given the purpose of the pistol, self-defense. You will see how that works out during the range segment. As a side note, the Ruger SR series pistol is equipped with a magazine disconnect that prevents firing if the magazine is removed from the pistol. Although the striker cocked indicator may fall forward, it will not impact the primer of a chambered cartridge. Standard practice before performing any maintenance on the pistol is to ensure that it is safe to do so. I am rolling those safety steps as I speak. As far as I am going to take maintaining the SR9 series of pistols is to steer you to the online video demonstrations for the disassembly, cleaning, and reassembly of the SR series pistols, which can be viewed by going to www.ruger.com/resources/videos, and then Ruger Tech Tips.
Hey Ronan, are you going to take us to the range?
Ah yes, range day. Most of you probably take your everyday carry firearm to the range on a somewhat frequent basis. You know, just keep your skills up with it. I used to do that as well, till I started producing reviews of firearms other than my EDC. There is an old saying, a mechanic's car is the most neglected, simply because he, or she, spends more time repairing the vehicle of others. That may also apply to one's firearm, when that one is busy producing reviews of firearms other than one's EDC. It has been that way for me. Today, I am at the range with yet another firearm different from what I carry, which means that I am familiarizing myself with it and probably will not shoot it as well as what I carry. The Ruger SR9c I have carried in the past, the way past, so you would think that the feel of the SR9c would be familiar. Hey, even Willie Nelson admits that he can't remember all of the lyrics of a song he wrote years ago. So, here I am getting re-familiar with a pistol like which I have not fired in 20 years. Stick with me, see how I do. I'll let you know how I'm getting along with this session from time to time. For now, it's time to put some lead down range and check this puppy out for basic functioning and relative accuracy at a combat distance of 7 yards. Alright, this morning we're looking at the Ruger SR9c compact version of the SR9. Let's see how it does. Start out with some MagTech 115 grain. Not bad so far. One low left. The rest still pretty good grouping. Trigger's pretty decent on it. A little bit on the stiff side, but workable. Very workable. Not bad. Overall, I am very pleased with this Ruger SR9 Compact. Absolutely 100% functioning with no surprises. The trigger is on par with comparable striker-fired pistols. It has a decent set of sights, decent enough for my old eyes to see. Relative accuracy at a combat distance is very good, and the SR9c is very controllable. The grip feels very good in the hand, and there's enough real estate to get a good hold on that grip. I had one low left body shot, but the majority was in my preferred target zone. Any headshot would have ceased, or at least limited, brain functions, enough to certainly stop a threat, at least from this target. I think that the SR9c proved itself to be carry-worthy. And, speaking about carry, let me yak at that for just a short bit. Before you choose any of the excellent holsters available for the SR9c, there are some things to consider. There are a vast range of holsters available on the market, but not all of them will complement your personal style. Here are a few of the things that I look for in a holster, and which may help you choose the right holster for your specific needs. The carrying method. Many people carry in more than one way and have different holsters for that purpose. Therefore, it is important to know how you intend to carry your holster before shopping for one. Retention. To stop your gun from falling out of your holster as you go about your daily activities, holsters with adjustable retention are always a good option, so remember to consider that. Comfort. The ideal holster should be comfortable and compact. Some holsters are very bulky and can make it difficult to sit comfortably. Others can chafe or poke your skin. If you intend to carry IWB, consider a holster with a comfortable, soft backing. Concealment. Guns tend to make people panic. Although open carry holsters are quite comfortable, they are not usually appropriate for everyday carry. Therefore, it is best to go for a holster that adequately conceals your gun at all times, even when you're performing strenuous activities. For my recommendations, I highly recommend the Alien Gear Cloak Tuck 3.5 or the Alien Gear Shapeshift 4.0 IWB holster. With these holsters, the quality is exceptional, given that it's manufactured by Alien Gear. The holster is highly customizable and ideal for multiple carrying methods. I have these holsters for multiple handguns, and it just works for me when I want to carry strong side or cross draw. Now, let me get to my final thoughts regarding the Ruger SR9c. For my final thoughts, the Ruger SR9c is a compact, semi-automatic pistol that offers exceptional performance, accuracy, ergonomics, and safety features. Its versatility makes it suitable for self-defense, target shooting, and competitive shooting, making it an ideal choice for those seeking a reliable firearm for personal protection. The manual safety, adjustable rear sights, and updated version of the trigger are also present in the compact version. In contrast to the SR9 recoil spring assembly, the SR9 compact pistols are fitted with a dual recoil spring assembly. The SR9c was normally supplied with 2 magazines. The standard 10-round compact magazine features a flat-bottom floor plate with an extended floor plate also included. The second magazine is a full-size 17-round unit, featuring a grip adapter that transforms the short compact SR9c grip into a full-size grip. However, in jurisdictions where the number of rounds in a firearm are limited by law, the SR9c is shipped with 2 10-round magazines and 2 extended floor plates, as was this one. Additional retraction grooves, or serrations, are located on the front sides of the SR9c slide, making it easier to operate. The round and chamber indicator eliminates the need to press check, also allowing tactical round in-chamber check, even in complete darkness, by raising a forefinger to feel if the indicator is in the raised position or not. The reversible backstrap allows shooters to customize the fit of the pistol to their hand size and preference, ensuring a comforting and secure hold. The smooth trigger pull and short reset provide excellent control during rapid fire, while the multiple safety features offers peace of mind for responsible handling. When compared to other compact handguns on the market, the Ruger SR9c still stands out for its reliability, accuracy, ergonomics, and safety features. Whether you are an experienced shooter or new to firearms, the Ruger SR9c is a pistol worth considering for your personal protection needs. With its reputation for reliability and performance, the SR9c has earned its place as a top contender in the compact handgun market. The SR9 series of pistols, as mentioned earlier in this presentation, is no longer in production and has been replaced by the Ruger American and Security 9 line of pistols. However, they still can be found in the marketplace and, in my opinion, would make excellent and reasonably priced pistols for self or home defense. I have the early models of the SR45, SR9, and SR9c, and found every one of them to be excellent handling and shooting handguns, and for that reason are still in my collection. This reviewed SR9c is of a later generation and will be returned to its rightful owner. For me, it was an honor to bring it back to life, even if for a short time. Well, here I am once again, closing another chapter in this journal of mine. I hope that you found the presentation informative and useful. Until we meet again, and I hope that to be soon, take care of yourself. Stay vigilant, stay armed, and stay safe wherever your journeys take you.